So this tequila festival is taking place at the newer Braves Stadium. So we've never even been over here before. We've always worked in the area, but we've never been in the actual stadium. So this will actually be our first time actually going inside, I guess.
And seeing what it's like.
Yes.
Like never even been in like the outside area with the restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, and from what I understand, they got several bars and restaurants over there that are pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And Wahlburgers.
Yeah. Guys, we hear music. That's the music of tequila. That means we're approaching. Somewhere over here, there's tequilas from all over. And I'm thirsty. Welcome back to another episode of Drink Tales, and today we are going to recap our trip over the weekend to the Atlanta Tequila Festival. It was called Viva Tequila Festival. Yeah, Viva Tequila Festival. They held it over at the Truist Park Stadium over in Cobb County, where the Braves play. And that was our first time actually going to that stadium. We've been over there constantly. We work over there from time to time. So we've been around that stadium, but we've never been in the stadium. We've never, and that was always one of our planned endeavors, especially for the show, to go check out what's in that stadium.
Because it's not just the stadium. Like, there are things around there, like restaurants and stuff like that, and bars. And just plain and simple, there. If you're visiting Atlanta, it is a nook that you can explore. Specifically, if you are a sports fan and there happens to be a Braves game playing that day. And I will leave it at that.
Yeah, but we didn't go there for sports. We went there for tequila. So there are a lot of different tequila vendors there, tons. A lot of different alcohol vendors there. You guys are gonna see a lot of stuff. We're gonna have you'll see.
Exactly. We'll play the clip, like it clips, because I'm inserting clips as we go, as we're doing this discussion and whatnot. But let's start, because when you get in there, basically they have the band playing outside, the outside area. They have the band playing, and you got like they make it out to where like that part's for family. Like
with
that's
the mariachi music and stuff like that.
And they have non-alcoholic vendors and stuff like that selling their wares around the sign. I would say above average setup as far as I'm concerned. Like, I would make the case that if Viva Tequila Festival wanted to do a multi-day thing, like Truist Park is set up for that situation. There are other places in Atlanta you could do that at, but let's put Truist Park there as an example of where you would want to place a multi-day alcohol event. And so then you get to go, if you have your specific ticket, you get to go off into the side where you actually go into like the stadium area where you're sitting at, and you buy snacks and whatnot. If you've been to a stadium or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. And that's where the alcohol vendors are located.
Right. And we found a lot of different tequilas. Some that we have seen so many times and just never bought. Others that we have had plenty of before.
And you have your usual, like your staple brands of tequila. Like Patron was in full force, and I will. So here's the thing, guys. I'm not bashing Patron. I like Patron.
Patron is delicious.
But Patron is not the world. That's why all those other tequila vendors was there, so that you could try it. I distinctly remember, because it stuck out, I forgot the brand it was, but I think it's like the luxury tequila in the tall bottles. And this guy literally came off screen. I say that like our lives are our TV show. He comes off screen and he was like, "Oh, y'all didn't tell me y'all had this here."
And that apparently was his favorite, and he was like, "Do me up, let me get some samples." But the thing about Patron is, you gotta admit, they had a great set.
Oh yeah, they did.
Now tell me when. You ready? I'm recording. Like the branding and shit, like Yes. I would have been
their product is good.
They're the reason it has a huge fan base and it has huge followers. Patron knows how to appeal to its clients, and that's why I like them.
And then they had another brand. Lord forgive me, I can't remember what the name of the brand is right now, but they were specifically there to sell rice filler. And I had heard of rice filler before and was super curious about tasting it because it was so rare that you couldn't get it here in America.
I remember that because when we went to New Orleans, we were looking for some at Tale of the Cocktail, not last year, but 2019.
And they didn't have it. And all of it, lo and behold, we enter in here in this event. It was the first thing that we tasted.
So we finally got to get our hands on some rice filler.
And I was brokenhearted to hear that you can only get it in like Chicago and like 2 other cities here, and that's it.
Yeah, so.
And then I went looking for it online to try to buy it. They were selling everything else, like clothes and stuff,
but they weren't selling.
They weren't selling the rice filler. Yeah, that was strange for me. Like, I want to buy your liquor.
So you know what that means. We just gotta go to Chicago.
Yeah.
That's all that means. It's just an excuse to go to Chicago now. And you know you have your staples. Terramana was there, but as far as I'm concerned, if The Rock specifically isn't there, then Terramana wasn't really there.
There's no point. And Terramana is good. Don't get me wrong.
We've sang its praises several times. But if The Rock wasn't there, then was Terramana there? You know who I'm shocked wasn't there. I'm shocked, but then I'm not shocked. Is it Dos Hombres?
You're talking about the mezcal. I didn't see any mezcal there.
Yeah, you're right. It might have been some there and we skipped over them. But yeah, you're right. I don't remember seeing any type of mezcal. And that's weird because mezcal is delicious.
Exactly.
And the rice filler we taste, that was that put me in the mindset of mezcal. And before I could even say it, the woman was like, "That's not mezcal. That's not tequila. That's rice filler." We also ran into some favorites of the show here.
Yeah.
Finally, wasn't expecting for this to happen for a while.
Representing the ATL all day, every day, 365, 24/7.
Simple Man Distillery. And they had the nerve to be up in there with no tequila.
They came.
How could they do something so brave?
Yeah, so controversial. But they did it. They thought we wouldn't see, but we noticed.
Yeah. But we ran into them and we got to taste their vodka that we haven't had a chance to have before because
pull the bottles over.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Wow. Yeah. So Simple Man has vodka, not just gin, coming out of Musella, Georgia. This vodka distilled and bottled in small batches from peaches and grain. This is a peach vodka. Let's read this. Partners with local farmers to produce innovative world-class farm-to-glass spirits. Each bottle of vodka contains over 50 peaches grown at Dickey Farms in Musella, Georgia, not flavored with syrup or artificial additives. As a 5th-generation Centennial farm, Dickey Farms peaches are known and shipped throughout the world. I'm not gonna keep going, but this was actually good.
Yeah, you got a smooth mouthfeel.
Yeah.
And that peach flavor. Like, And then we got this one, the apple brandy with Sabrina the Teenage Witch on here. I think I'm more excited for this one because, like, right now I'm thinking of drink ideas for both of these, but I already have a name for the drink I make with this. So,
and what's so good about this one? This is apple brandy. What's so good about this one is this is right on time for fall.
Exactly.
And because of that, like we were discussing it with them, this is perfect for fire pit drinking.
Exactly.
Or especially with, like, if you're doing like fire or like campfire.
What was he said that you can cook with this?
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Ribs.
And then I was like, well, I gotta make a drink to match it.
But I'm even thinking like roasting some s'mores and drinking and having sips of this. Like, this is perfect. See, this is your late summer kind of vodka. Like, this is what you're having when summer's dying down.
This is what you're having right now.
Yeah. This is what you should be drinking right now.
This is what you're gonna have next week.
Exactly.
So, like, they're right there on the cusp of each other. And their gin is what you're having early to mid-summer, I believe. Because their gin is seasonal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you're having early to mid-summer. That being said, this is about tequila, so we should probably get back on track with tequila.
So we'll put these away now.
But just to let you know, look for that in a very, 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 very immediate future episode. Because, like, I'm super excited about that.
We're going to make a couple of drinks out of those.
And I will be on the hunt for their Ricela. For the, well, not Simple Man's Ricela. If Simple Man is making Ricela, we need to talk. But I'm more talking about the Ricela that was at the festival.
Right. But the Tequila Festival also had a lot of tasty food there.
Exactly. We had a lot of restaurants.
It was more finger foods, but you were talking about if Viva Tequila went the whole weekend. What plus it is if they went the whole weekend and they had a lot more food.
Yeah, just expanded the space that they were allowed to use.
But at the same time, you're in that area, there's a lot of different restaurants, so it's not necessary.
So here's the thing about that. You're not wrong, but at the same time, if you're doing the Tequila Festival, you're going to want to eat the food that matches up with that. Exactly.
That makes sense. And in particular, one thing I was gonna mention, this was a perfect, I don't want to say cap because the month isn't over, but the month is towards the end. But this was a perfect cap to Hispanic Heritage Month. It was very enjoyable. Like I said, the band that was playing outside, it was a mariachi band. Very enjoyable.
And then you had a VIP area, which we're not special enough to get in there.
No, we're not. Maybe next time.
Next year, maybe if we walk in and look like rock stars, we'll get in there,
maybe we just need to exude rock star energy, and maybe they'll say, I don't know what you paid for, but come in this VIP. But we just didn't have enough of that rock star swagger this year. Hint, Viva Tequila, hint. Let us in next year. But yeah, they had the VIP area, which was probably doing some awesome things, but we won't know because we weren't there. So we're gonna put a redacted sign up because we didn't see that. We didn't see any of the VIP stuff. But yeah. And then they had an after party. And the after party was great as well. They had a band playing for that.
Shout outs to Don Nacho because they were catering that party as far as I'm concerned. And it was another tequila. It was a couple of other tequilas that were there. that they were mixing drinks with. All I know is we went into the after party room, and then like 2 or 3 bartenders came around, and then they just started making drinks, and like you see the guys lining up like 8 or 10 glasses, and then like he's doing the thing, and I saw a lot of Don Nacho tequila there. So obviously Don Nacho put something in they drinks or in they mixture, because those drinks are really good.
Yeah. Yeah. And for the rest of the event, because it ended at like 9 or 10, but for the rest of the event, you can go up and downstairs during the after party, and going upstairs, you know, like there's sitting areas where you can sit out and chill and just enjoy like the evening, the sun going down and stuff like that, turning into night. And if you wanted to get your boogie on downstairs, they had the band playing. They was playing their asses off.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll see the footage right here. But all in all, Viva Tequila did the thing. I think they've been doing this for a minute now, but this is the first time we've ever been able to go to
I know for like the past couple of years, I know they were advertising and it will pop up on my Facebook, and I'm like, we need to go to that.
Yeah.
But we never could, because some like a life thing was happening, like oh, you gotta work, or oh, you gotta do this and that, or your car broke down, gotta fix that shit. So like, and we finally got to do it, and we were like, work's not gonna stop us, viruses aren't gonna stop us, we're doing this, and we're doing this now.
Exactly.
So, you know, work be damned.
And I'm glad we got to do it. It was very enjoyable.
And would like to do it next year.
Exactly.
Like, Viva Tequila Festival, if you're watching, like, you guys put on a great event. I am advocating that you do this for multiple days, like a weekend or something like that.
I mean, maybe they're building up to it.
Yeah, I assume they're building up to it. Now, I did see something, and they do like many things at restaurants.
Like mini events?
Yeah.
Like pop-ups?
Yeah, pop-ups at restaurants or something like that. I may have gotten that information wrong. I don't know. But I want to go to one of those at some point when the next one happens. But the point is, like, I liked what I experienced and would like to experience it more. And I would also like to experience it in larger doses.
Right.
So if you guys are building up to like a weekend event, I am here for it.
Right. Same here. I am also here for it. And if you are if you're in, for our viewers who have never gone to Viva Tequila, we're going to put information for them down below. Because they do stuff all the time apparently, and you know, if I don't know if Viva Tequila travels around. I
think they do. I'm not sure, but I mean, I just feel like it was very ironic that Hispanic Heritage Month was here and they were here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is purely Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, regardless if they travel or if they're just in Atlanta, if you're watching this and you've never been to Viva Tequila Festival, this will be your chance to go. Like, we'll put the information down there, and I say carve out something in your life so that you can come to this, because it was nice. It was a nice little. It was even as a one-day thing, it was an enjoyable quote unquote day trip, so to speak.
Exactly, and we'll in this. Most likely in the description, but we'll list all the tequilas that were there and all the vendors that were there as far as food and stuff was concerned, because we tried a lot of stuff and all of that was great.
Yeah,
like
we
like
don't even
no myth. My only criticism is the food vendors only had finger food. Like, if my non-alcoholic friends are coming with me to this event, like, I would need something for them to enjoy instead of watching me, like. take shots all day.
But you know, the answer to that is you better take your ass to Yard House right there, or Wahlburgers. I would go to Yard House though, but that's neither here nor there.
Yard House was.
You didn't see the Yard House right in there when we first walk in. Wow. Seriously?
I didn't. I didn't know.
There's a Yard House right in there. It was like.
Are you sure you're not thinking about Atlantic Section?
No.
Okay.
It was right there.
Well, I'll believe you. I'll take your word for it.
But with that said and done, I guess that wraps up our discussion. And if that's the case, that'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so that you're notified of all content that's coming to the channel. Also check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
If there is a liquor, spirit, wine, beer, snack, brunch, breakfast, dessert, you know, whatever type of food item you think we would enjoy, you guys should know what we like by now. It's something called everything. So, yeah, hit us up in our DMs. You know, if you have a recipe, recipes are great too. Like, I would like for someone to be like, hey, I have this cocktail recipe, you guys should make it. And then I would make it on the show and then see if it's good or not. Like, if you guys have that, let us know about that. Hit us up in our DMs. You know, I mean, let's negotiate.
That also goes for locations too. Breweries, distilleries, bars, speakeasies, festivals like the Tequila Festival, anything like that. Let us know where they're happening, and we will try to go to those, because we need to be the judge of if they're doing something as good as the Tequila Festival, as Viva Tequila.
Exactly.
And with that said, that'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales, and until next time, everybody, peace.